of Marianne Kilonzi. Marianne Kilonzi, a Kenya-born native who grew up in London and worked for Citibank for 18 years, was found dead on January 17, 2025 in her London flat with blunt force trauma to the head. On Friday, January 17, at about 5:25 p.m., police were called to the home of Marianne Kilonzi, 43, on Algrid Road in Woolwich in southeast London, close to the River Thames, following concern to the welfare of the occupant. Metropolitan Police Service spokesperson Will Stain told the press. Sadly, when they attended the property, they found Marianne's body. An autopsy ruled that Marianne died of blunt force trauma and a head injury. No arrests have yet been made, but police are looking into whether the suspect may have fled abroad, according to the BBC. I know this is concerning time for the wider community and want to reassure the public that while we are in the early stages of this investigation, we believe the suspect was known to Marianne and there is no wider risk to the public, said Detective Chief Inspector Susan Sorin, the lead investigator in the case. This is a tragic crime and our thoughts at this incredible difficult time are with Marianne's loved ones and colleagues, Sorin continued, urging anyone with information to come forward to other authorities. Marianne Kilonzi was Vice President of Trade and Working Capital Sales, Treasury, and Trade Solution at Citibank, according to her LinkedIn profile. She had worked at the company for 18 years, starting as an Assistant Vice President in 2006, then working as Vice President of Treasury and Trade Solution for Citibank NA in Kenya. She had been working in her current role since June 2023. In 2024, she ran the Dragon Boat Race with her colleagues, which raised more than $2.4 million for Cancer Research UK, according to her LinkedIn page. In a statement, a Citibank spokesperson stated, "We are deeply saddened by the tragic loss of our colleague. Our thoughts are with Marianne's family and friends during this difficult time." Earlier in the day, on January 17, 2025, blood-curdling scream had been heard coming from flat by her neighbor. Her suspected killer is believed to be known to her, and one of inquiry Scotland Yard murder detective are pursuing is that he may have fled the country. Neighbors are said to have raised concern with investigating police officer after hearing a loud disturbance coming from her apartment. Residents of the exclusive Royal Arsenal Riverside development were questioned about the noisy disturbance in the early hours of Monday morning at her first floor apartment. Marianne's lifeless body was found with severe bruising over her head and her body. Neighbor Michael Buckingham, 82, told Mail Online the police was around him questions. An officer asked me if I heard anything coming from her flat between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. on Monday morning. It appears there had been a noisy disturbance at that time. Sadly, I couldn't help them because I couldn't hear anything. Police forensic officers scorched the flat, which had a view of an internal lagoon with fountains throughout the weekend. A cleaner said the police had been all through the flat. They have all searched the rubbish bins. Mr. Buckingham added that he believed detective had already identified a suspect. The retired company director said the police know who they're after. They're not looking for anyone else. It's just a case of finding him. In a not to Marianne Kilonzi, two teenagers had been arrested around the same building a week prior and arrested for killing someone and stabbing them 27 times. But there was no connection whatsoever made between the two cases. The police believe that it was a male, someone that might have a romantic relationship with Marianne Kilonzi, and that they might have gotten into an argument and he lost his temper and brutally killed her. This individual, although police choose not to make his name public, has been seen going in and out of Marianne flat for a while, so the neighbors were used to him and know how he looks. However, like police has stated, they believe that he had fled the country and possibly gone back to Marianne's native country, Kenya, to escape what he had done. This was a very sad and tragic end for a brilliant and accomplished woman that had worked so hard in her home country. Marianne was an executive in her home country of Kenya for Citibank, and then she got transferred over to the London branch, where she was still an executive, striving in her companies and respected among her colleagues. No one knew much about her personal life, but it was obviously was not a blissful and wonderful place if she would have been here with her colleagues and the people that loved her today. Marianne Kilonzi, like many other women, seemed to be a victim of domestic violence. It must have been so very hard for her, being such a strong and powerful woman in the public, to confide in someone about the abuse that was taking place in her personal life. My prayers and condolences goes out to Marianne, family, colleagues, and all who love and care about her. May her soul rest in power. Until next time on the Meaningful Talk Crime Doc, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch up with you guys later in the comment section.